you've seen him on salads now. Watch him on steak.
Can't see it in this footage, but Conor McGregor, the guy with the beard, actually gets cracked in the face. It takes a punch to the face, and now he's just knocked out right there. And then Nate gets him in a chokehold, and that's over. It's a submission.
Steaks every day for me. Steaks for breakfast, steaks for lunch, steaks for brunch. Grass-fed, massaged, beef, all day long. I will be the same animal. I will be even more of an animal. You know, like my coach said, you've seen him on the salads, now see him on the steaks.
Conor McGregor was inefficient and he had no energy in the second round, and Nate Diaz just kept on fighting.
I was inefficient with my energy, but I'm humble in victory or defeat. I respect Nate. He came in, he took the fight on short notice, came in at 170 and done the job. He was efficient. I wasn't efficient. That was it, I feel.
Like my coach said, you've seen him on the salads, now see him on the steaks. I was simply inefficient with my energy.
It's funny though, because Conor McGregor's movement coach, Ida Portel, really doesn't like vegans, and he had this to say.
What do you think about veganism, or, you know, a diet with no animal products?
I can't view that as something healthy. I've never met a vegan who was able to perform, present the same physique and the energy levels that I see more often in a more carnivore diet. Yeah. And I've met many. I work very often in the yoga community, and I teach a lot. I cannot promote that, and I actually refuse to work with vegans. In some level, I refuse to work with them.
Let's listen to this.
Endurance athletes. You're talking about skinny guys that run a long time. You're not
That's
talking about explosive
depending
athletes.
on what you're talking
like,
about.
Look, I mean, if you looked at like mixed martial artists, for example, or boxers or explosive athletes that have to optimize the physical capacity of their body, there's very, 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 very few that have vegan diets. And few have tried it and they felt weak.
Oh, felt weak, did they? That's interesting, Joe. Interesting. Few have tried the vegan diet and felt weak. Let's just have a look at this. Let's just check this fight out here. Looking pretty weak there. Oh, straight on his chin. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Coming forwards. Oh, it's on the ground. What's going on? He's got him. Look at that. Grappling. Grappling after fighting for that long. He's taken a few himself, but he's still... This is where it matters, isn't it? Boom. Now he can't recover from them 2 hits. You're not recovering from that. No way, he's not recovering from that. Bang. He's got him in a chokehold. Rear naked choke. Boom. There we go. Aha! Smashed him, bro. Oh, he's taken a few, but mate, he won. He won the fight. Looks like old mate fucking Mr. Rogan here.
And few have tried it and they felt weak.
Felt weak, hey? That's very fucking interesting, Mr. Rogan. Very fucking interesting.
You've seen him on salads now. Watch him on steak.
I don't have to worry about weight. I don't have to worry about nothing. Just keep the body loose, keep the body sharp, and then go in and put this man away.
I was inefficient with my energy, but I'm humble in victory or defeat. I respect Nate. He came in, he took the fight on short notice, came in at 170 and done the job. He was efficient. I wasn't efficient. That was it, I feel.
What did you have? The toast? I had the Paleo panini chicken panini. It's pretty nice. I was simply inefficient with my energy.
Eat your vegetables.
Like my coach said, you've seen him on the salads, now see him on the steaks.
He just got his ass kicked by a vegan. Nate Diaz, vegan since he was 18, took this fight on 2 weeks' notice. Normally when you have a fight, you sign up, you get like a 2-month training camp where you work out, you get in the best shape possible, and then you peak on the night of the fight where you're just Hercules at that moment. Nate Diaz, he's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm a vegan bitch, I will slap the shit out of you. And he comes in on 2 weeks' notice. I should mention that there's another fighter that tried to take a fight on short notice against Conor. It didn't end so well for that man. Why? He gassed out, he got tired as hell in the second round, ended up getting knocked out. So what's the difference? Guess what it is? Chad Mendes takes the fight on 2 weeks' notice, Meat Eater gets knocked out. Nate Diaz takes the fight on 2 weeks' notice, Vegan Broccoli Blood, he smells like blueberries and flower petals, and what happens? Domination. He took over. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. He didn't even train for the fight. One funny thing Conor McGregor always says when he fights people, when he hits them so hard that they turn into panic wrestlers. And that basically means once you get hit, you grab onto them and try to take it to the ground because you don't want to get hit anymore. That's exactly what happened to Conor McGregor.
I would have had a lot more knockouts on my record, but as soon as they stick and landed on, they start shooting, all of a sudden they're wrestlers, so.
He got hit, he did not like it, he tried to go for the takedown, but Nate Diaz is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and he dominated him on the ground. He was hitting him, choked him out. McGregor tapped like a whiny little meat-eating bitch.
Like my coach said, you've seen him on the salads, now see him on the steaks.
Conor McGregor, he would have a bit of flavour in his mouth tonight, because he just got veganized, motherfucker. Nate Diaz, 2 weeks fucking notice. Hey Nate, this is Dana White. I know you're fit as fuck because you're a fit motherfucking vegan. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks to fight one of the best fighters in history. Can you do it? Nate's like, yeah, no worries, Dana. Just let me put down the bike for a second and put on some gloves and I'll be back to you in a second. Comes out, 2 weeks motherfucking notice. Beats one of the best fighters in the world. Second round, fucking smashed it. Nate Diaz, fucking ripped his fucking head off.
You've seen him on salads now. Watch him on steak.
Let's take a look at the Diaz brothers. Nate Diaz is 30 years old, and his older brother Nick Diaz is 32. Nick has been fighting professionally since he was 18 and had his first fight in 2001. In his 14-year career, he's never once had to pull out of a fight due to injury. That's insane. And his brother Nate, he's been fighting for 11 years now, and he has also never pulled out of a fight due to injury. How could that even be? With all the intense sparring sessions and the strength and conditioning workouts and actual fights, they must have some sort of secret. Well, it isn't magical monkey testicles.
Caesar talked about this new raw vegan diet. How's that treating you?
Now, well, I've been vegan for a long time, since I was about 18, 17 years old, and I eat raw. I've been doing that for a few years now, but I eat raw. Building up to a fight about a month and a half out, because more so if I could eat as much as I want and lose the weight, rather than if I'm cooking food and making all kinds of other stuff. Keep your food to a limit. I try to stay all the way through. I try to eat all raw. I eat like some steamed rice, some complex food, you know, but mainly all raw vegan.
So does a slice of pizza ever cost Nate Diaz's lips?
No, I'm not. Gluten, dairy free, and I'm with it.
Nate.
Yes, it does though. It's hard to fight. I mean, it's full gluten free pizza.
You mentioned a lot of in past interviews about your organic diet and the way you eat and train. Can you expand on that a little bit? What that all entails?
Yeah, I try to eat raw. To be honest, I try to eat raw, vegan. And I've been doing that since I was 15, 16 years old, so I'm used to it.
Do you think that helps you in just in general fitness and in the triathlons and the MMA? Or?
Well, it definitely helps me not feel like shit, and I got to train all week long.
Then when you eat meat, you eat this meat, but this meat gets the nutrients from the ground, from the dirt, from the whatever grew in the day, and they're eating it, so you're getting it secondhand, really. And the thing is, we're eating, I have to eat this meat, no, you can eat green food. I don't know, I get enough protein, I get enough stuff. I'm like, right, because you're eating insufficient green food. You're eating insufficient everything, It's got to, it has to have enzymes, it has to be raw, and you're cooking it, and we're cooking it. So there goes a half the nutrients, plus it's already insufficient, so it's non-organic, so there's nothing, the food value is shit. Then we cook it, so whatever food value it does have is shit. So yes, you do need some meat. You're like, you better eat meat, you're going to fucking die. Because the animals ate right, but you don't know how to eat right. It's a goddamn animal. You should be able to figure it out, Animal can do it. Actually, no, the animals aren't doing it anymore, though. They're just feeding the animals shitty, insufficient food, and they're eating the animals, so it's just fucking up, and they're just like, our animals are dying from this and that because the food's insufficient, so let's fucking shoot them up with steroids. Plus, they'll get twice as big, and then we'll make more meat, and then all of a sudden we'll start, you know, a few generations down, we'll have some retarded cows. Oh well, I'm telling you about that. We'll feed everybody's meat, and then, you know what I mean? Like, just think about what happens, really. You get retards, you get cancers. You get every 90% or 90% of all cows have something called paratuberculosis. You do not want to put that in your body. Something called paratuberculosis. You guys are getting plenty of that paratuberculosis right now.
Completely a vegan diet, and recently you said you're eating raw. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much about a month out from the fight. Pretty much year round I try to eat raw food and as much as I can. There's a raw food restaurant, so it's not just broccoli and lettuce. It's entrees and stuff. Look it up.
Another question is, are you doing this alone, or do you have other people around you that are on the same diet? And who started you out on this?
I've been vegan since I was 18 years old, and been eating raw for the last year and a half. Not full, complete raw, but as much as I can.
Respect for the champ, Nick Diaz. I had a question for him. I just saw something written up in the packet that I didn't know before. It said that you, I don't know if this is true or not, but they wrote that you do a vegan diet. I know that Bernard Hopkins does that too, and so does another black belt from your camp who's also a world champion. Could you talk to us about how that relates to your training?
Yeah, I train about 6-7 days a week, you know, real hard, and I don't do dairy products or anything like that, and I think that I think it helps out a lot when it comes to training all week long. I spend a lot more time in the gym, on the mat, training, where other people, they do these hardcore workouts, and then they pile on a bunch of protein, and then they have to take these recovery days. And you need 3 days in a row in the gym training jiu-jitsu to lock down your technique. You need these hard training 3 days, in a row. You can't have one hard day and then have a break. All that stuff, just you forget about. You try to forget about it if you're not in the gym. It's not what you want to think about if you're not in the gym. That's free time. So you're trying not to think about gym time. So, and especially for me, that's the last thing I want to think about when I get out of the gym, because I spend all 6-7 days in there. So eating, like a raw food diet, and a vegan diet, it really helps me out. Just feeling healthier, more oxygen, and just,
What's the highest protein recovery food that you use after workouts?
I like to drink Vega, like the protein. It's pretty good. There's a few others like that though, but I don't do any whey or caseins. So, and I think that helps me out quite a bit.
And so I became a vegan, and becoming a vegan, it gave me another opportunity to live a healthy life. And that was just horrible. I was so congested from all the drugs and bad cocaine. I could hardly breathe, high blood pressure, almost dying, and arthritis. And once I became a vegan, all that stuff, it diminished.
And so, and like I am vegan as well. I heard that you're vegan.
2 years, yeah.
2 years vegan, 2 years for me vegan
that's
as well.
Awesome feeling,
It's amazing, right? Look at the difference between, this is before you decided to.
Oh, you gotta check this out.
So this is what you
look
look
at the
like.
Michigan man.
Right.
Look at the Michigan man. Oh, no, not this guy.
Yeah.
I was,
And now look at you, because 2 years. That's amazing.
I feel awesome.
Because you're vegan. That's what people say we're vegan.
Awesome.
Say that they lose that they don't have arthritis problems.
Yeah, feel awesome. Feel awesome.
Mentally feeling different with a vegan?
Incredible. Incredible. There's no way. I think I wish I was born this way. I wish, but I just can't. Just when you find out about the processed stuff you've been eating, and I wonder why I was crazy all those years.
The food.
Yeah, I wonder why I was crazy all those years. All that garbage I was eating, running around.
These are the top 15 causes of death, the top 15 reasons Americans die. And a plant-based diet can help prevent nearly all of them, can help treat more than half of them, and in some cases even reverse the progression of disease, including our top 3 killers.